Hey guys, got a new build going on today. So just gonna start things off, right? We're gonna go. This is a PvP build for the Lady Death. Um, Overall, it's a really strong build with good survivability, and with that good survivability comes some really great damage. Just for now, I'll be recording the overall build, how it's supposed to function, how you're supposed to play, and then after that, I'll go record some conflict gameplay. Starting off with our specialization, we'll be using the firewall specialization. Um, this build is overall really strong for letting people, or just for letting its players overall build that constant armor to run around and dodge, and kind of allows you to face tank a lot of damage, which is going to be really good coming up with our other future perks. If you don't want to run the firewall specialization, I also could highly recommend the gunner, not only for that Banshee Pulse, which will make hitting your shots with the Lady Death a lot easier and faster, giving you even more time to push up to get close and take advantage of that movement speed advantage, but you also do get that bonus armor, which is going to come in play later when we go look at our backpack and chest piece talents. Alright, for the overall main weapon we're going to be using for this build, we're going to be using the Lady Death. Lady Death is a really strong PvP exotic. It's super easy for anyone to get. All you gotta do is just you can do farm SMG targeted loot. Other than that, that's the best way you can overall get it. Or you can get it from exotic caches as well when you do your projects for 30 like summit clears. Or you can do donating the resources, or even completing the legendary stronghold each week. The talent for the Lady Death is Breathe Free. When moving, gain 4 stacks per second, or 8 stacks if sprinting, up to 32 total stacks. Each round fired consumes a stack, amplifying weapon damage by 75%. Kills grant 20% movement speed for 10 seconds. Right, so you're gonna have a crap ton of amplified damage just for moving around, doing a lot of just basic movements, avoiding shots, right, and even just getting from point A to point B across the map. Super useful talent, especially with that amplified damage. 75% is nothing to like look down on. That's basically like a crap ton of red cores you're just getting just for moving around, right? Which with this build allows you to deal damage of an all red build to an extent with having such high survivability. Right, and not only that, kills grant 20% movement speed for 10 seconds. 10 seconds is a lot of time, and especially considering how big of an impact movement makes in a gunfight, for you allowing you to dodge shots super freely. You've probably seen clips of people, or even if you play Conflict or the DZ yourself, you've seen players outmaneuver you all the time, and you start missing shots, and the second you gotta reload, they catch you slipping. This is exactly why this build is so strong, because it kind of makes it even more impossible to hit players. Right, for my secondary weapon, doesn't necessarily matter. I just had to go with an AR so I could play at like some more medium to long distance ranges. I am running strained on my FAMAS, which is typically the best AR you can run in the game. But I meant to put Optimist. I'm stuck with strained on here for now. I could just take it off and put it back on later. Other weapons I could recommend using, definitely the Shield Splinter. You get this for collecting all 8 ivory keys, and you get each of those keys from killing hunters in DC. There's some other YouTubers who have done videos on this before in the past, and none of that information's changed. So I could highly recommend going ahead and getting the Shield Splinter for that perfect Optimist, where every 4% you get 4% weapon damage increase for every 10% of ammo missing from the magazine, which is just really strong in general. Another thing I wanted to say is that if you really wanted to as well, you could run Technician with this build. I wouldn't recommend it, but if you really wanted a hard-hitting, slow-firing AR, you can go for the Kingbreaker, and you have that perfect flatline, allowing you to get some extra bonus damage even from further away. But you're going to be, for the most part, you're going to be playing up close with this build. If you did want to use this build in PvE, you can. It's called the Orbit is a great option, allowing for it's a DZ exclusive item, right? But you can get it from named item caches or from conflict caches. It's definitely possible, and allowing you to get more crit chance, more crit damage for getting a kill and switching back to your weapon. And with the Lady Death, you already are like maxed out on crit chance, really. So you're not going to be getting much from that 35% crit chance, but that 40% crit damage is really, really, really impactful, especially with how fast of a reload this is. You're going to be pumping out damage like crazy. Alright, now we're going to go into the gear pieces. A lot of these pieces, or at least some of these pieces, didn't have the rolls that I really wanted. I believe it was my mask, my Walker Harris mask, my Matador, and my what's it called, Sokolov piece. But we do what we can. This build would be a lot more effective if I did have the correct rolls for some of the items, but you can't always get everything. But if you do, it'll be certainly very impactful. Starting off with my Walker and Harris mask, right? We have two pieces of Walker and Harris on this build. One being the mask, and the second being my Matador backpack, which is also PvP exclusive. You can get that in the Dark Zone. And it is certainly very strong. It's a very strong backpack, and we'll go into why it is later. So overall, I have 4.5% weapon handling. I would prefer crit chance, 11.2% crit hit damage, and 11.5% crit hit damage mod. Right. Starting off, we're getting that 5% weapon damage just for having this one piece, which is really good considering I have almost all red cores. So you're gonna prioritize more armor, so that way you can take advantage of this 5% weapon damage perk. Next up, we're going to go for our Sokolov Concern chest piece, giving us a free 10% SMG damage. Obviously, the Lady Death is a exotic SMG, so any extra damage we can get is certainly all well appreciated. Once again, I do have weapon handling on here. It's super easy to like really grind for. You can do countdown, or you can just craft it, even though the rolls will be really low, which is why these ones are. I crafted it because I was too lazy to do countdown, but you can max out that crit chance super easily. I wish I got crit damage here, but it is what it is, and I have 11.1% crit damage mod. And now the perk that the talent that we'll be running on this chest piece is Intimidate, right? This is easily the most important part of this build, just for the fact that here's what Intimidate does. While having bonus armor, gain 1 stack each second for a max of 7. Each stack increases weapon damage by 5% to enemies within 10 meters. All stacks are lost when you have no bonus armor. Right, so just for having bonus armor, you get extra bonus damage, and that's really good with some builds. Like for example, like Heartbreaker, that is very nice. There's another chest piece, and by getting this chest piece, it's called the Hunter Killer. It's a named it's a named Golden Gear chest piece, that you get for killing all the hunters in the Warlords of New York DLC. And it has Perfect Intimidate. I don't know the exact stats for Perfect Intimidate, but it is possible that if you didn't want to run the Sokolov, or maybe you can find another piece of Sokolov, right? Overall, you could use that as a replacement to get more bonus damage, but I didn't choose to do that exactly. All right, for our next piece, we're running the Picoro's Holster. Picoro's Holster is a really strong named item, just for the fact that you can take advantage of a blue core and a red core at the same time. I do have crit chance on here. You could roll crit damage if you wanted to, obviously, because I would be replacing some of my crit chance here, so you can get more out of this build. But you're only getting 10% skill haste. That's not something super necessary. I mean, it is useful for the fact that, let's say you're in the DZ, you get your pulse 10% faster. You get your defender drone 10% faster, which is really nice. And overall, like, this is the kind of a best in slot piece, especially just for the fact, remember, you are getting that 15% weapon damage while getting that 170k armor just for free. It's a really nice piece, and I highly recommend people get it. I believe that the campus is selling, either the campus or the castle has the Picoro's Holster on sale right now, and I highly recommend you go buy it. Actually, I think the Countdown vendor has it as well, so just leaving that out there. All right, for our backpack, we are using the Matador. Since this is our second piece of Walker Harris, we get 5% damage to armor. I was a little unlucky with the rolls. I did get an all red one, and I did want double crit so that way I can roll my red core to a blue core, right? Because more armor is better necessarily for PvP. Red cores aren't really like all that good, just for the fact that you're losing out on all the survivability, and it's really just not all that beneficial. But while it's here, we still do have 1.7 million armor. It could be higher. It definitely could be higher, especially if we had that blue core here. But you can't always win them all. We're just running crit damage, crit chance, and 11% crit damage mod. And the talent for the Matador, and this is remember a DZ exclusive, PvP exclusive item, is the perfect adrenaline rush. When you're within 10 meters of an enemy, gain 23% bonus armor for 5 seconds. Stacks up to 3 times with a cooldown of 5 seconds. The reason why this talent is so good is because it matches up perfectly with Intimidate. And just for that, right, so you're getting bonus damage just for having all that bonus armor, right? So what you're going to want to be doing is you're going to be wanting to rush down players. You're going to be getting up close, in their faces, running around, moving around. So that way you can dodge their bullets. They're going to waste their time, right? And while they're wasting their time missing their shots, you're still going to have your bonus armor, and you're going to be building up those stacks for Intimidate, giving you bonus weapon damage, right? And already with that 23% bonus armor, right, with 1.7 million armor. That's just for one. That's just for one stack. And you can get up to 3 times. So you can get, what is that, 20 times 3, that's 69% total bonus armor on top of the 1.7 million. So if you really did want to, you could rush players down, build up those Intimidate stacks, and then not only that, you're getting a free extra 5% damage to armor. And while the lady already has a 6% damage to armor, so you're getting all this damage to armor. It's really nice. It really shreds people, especially with all this armor that you have yourself. And the cooldown is very short. So if you did have to get back behind cover, right, use your armor plate and get back in there, you honestly could. All right, for our gloves, we're using the best in slot right now, being the Contractor's gloves. Contractor gloves, we're not making much use of this, being 10% LMG damage. If you wanted to, instead of the FAMAS, you could run an LMG. There's not many I would really recommend for PvP, because you can't use an exotic since you're using the Lady Death. But the reason why we're using this piece is because it gives you 8% damage to armor. And that's really important for the fact that, look, we already have 11% damage to armor, 6% from the Lady Death, 5% from Walker and Harris, and now we're getting an extra 8% from the Contractor's gloves. And these are all multiplicative factors. Right now we have a total of 19% damage to armor, which is huge. Because another thing that I think people are forgetting is that we have another red core from the Picaro's holster. We have what's it called? An extra 5% weapon damage from the one piece bonus for Walker Harris, and not only that, you're getting an extra 75% damage for the Lady Death stacks, and it's not even including the bonus damage you're going to be getting from having max stacks from Intimidate, which are really easy to build actually if you can just stay alive, make sure that you're dodging those bullets. And not only that, we're running that 10.7% crit hit damage. Our final piece, another best in the slot, Fox's Prayer. Once again, we're not going to be getting all that usage out of the rifle damage, but if you did want to run a rifle like maybe the M1A Classic or the CQB one, or the CQC one, you could. The reason why we're using the Fox's Prayer is it comes with 8% damage to targets out of cover, right? And while that's really good, it's also another multiplicative along with the damage to armor. So you're getting an extra 8% total damage added for free, just for targets that are that aren't behind cover, they're out of cover, they're moving around, and we have that extra 12% crit hit damage, right? For the skills, we're gonna be going into scanner. Scanner pulse is always really solid. There are some other options. Maybe you can run decoy, right? Decoy is always really solid. You can run the sticky. You could run a hive if you wanted to, or secret mines if you want to find out where enemies are, so you know where to flank from. And then another thing, must have, you have to have the defender drone, right? Look, you're gonna be taking a lot of damage since you're getting up close and up in people's faces with this build, and now you're gonna want to be taking advantage of the defender drone, increase that expertise, right? Obviously, mine's very low. I'm still like coming back to the game. I still have to like use all my resources, get all these expertise for all like these gear sets and stuff maxed out. So I obviously can't make the most out of this build, especially with the fact that I'm not even shade level 1000. I don't even have all my shade attributes maxed out. So for players who are over 1000, right, like shade level 1000, you have like a higher expertise than me, you'll get a lot more out of this build than I did, especially with the fact that you might even have better rolls on these same pieces. And you can obviously have a much better build and a much better experience in PvP than I probably will. And it's just overall super beneficial. Going to the stats for this build, obviously the numbers could be higher. I could probably get 150% crit hit damage, right, and have maxed out crit chance. But it is what it is. We like generally with these poor rolls and some of my items, generally the build did come out pretty well. There's the definite possibility for max crit hit chance. We already have 56%. Just even optimizing off of the crap rolls that we have now, I could probably get 60%. Not only that, we have 130% crit hit damage, right? Remember, it could be up to 150, even higher actually. But you know, generally, we did our best here. 19% armor damage. This is a huge bonus that I think a lot of people are overlooking. Armor damage is key in PvP, along with the fact that you're getting 8% damage to targets out of cover too. All these multiplicatives add up, and for a build that has a lot of armor, I'm dealing as much damage as full red core builds, and I don't think people really overall kind of understand that. Alright, there we go, we got a match. Go play some Fort McNair. I probably pronounced that wrong. Oh well. Either way, this is definitely a good map. A lot of corners and edges. And just little platforms I can run around and be a little rat, you know? I'm just hoping my team pushes with me. We can get a lot of flanks going on. Or if they could just even get the opponent's attention for me, that'd be really good. I'm not sure if I want to do this build in the dark zone. I'm not 100% sure. Or like even just record it. I mean, I feel like this PvP match will be enough to show how strong the build is, but that's probably just me. Either way, this build is super fun to play. If you're kind of just like an aggro rush player, like how I am, I'm really just kind of just turn my brain off, just running in there. This build is really fun. Alright, so let's get those stacks going. Just gonna reload my FAMAS. Alright. Are they down a player? Oh, that hurt. That hurt a little.
Hostile defender drone detected.
That guy's got so much armor. Wow. Holy. Got skill dump there.
Agent killed.
Either way, I was running through a bunch of them, and it took them a real long time to kill me. So I mean, at least the survivability is there to show you. It kind of sucks that I kind of ran into that, so that's just an issue for me of how I play. Oh, my buddy there is getting lit up. Hey, he got out good. There we go, and he's dead. He's running a Regulus. I know he did not just shoot at my teammates. Decoy, that's hilarious. That guy nearby. He's dead. Oh, brother. Well, can I not put an armor plate on?
Hostile drone detected. Rogue Stinger Hive detected. Hostile Stinger Hive detected.
Ooh, almost ran into that. Nope, guess I did. New armor plate up, and I'm gonna charge headfirst in there. Have a little fun.
Rogue Seeker Mine detected.
Or maybe not. Oh, I forgot this thing. Oh. Okay, I have max intimidate stats. Look at that, 1.8 million armor. I did get beamed, probably shouldn't have pushed up, but you saw that guy had like 2 million armor. Gone immediately.
Boost about to activate. Agent killed.
Wow, we got wiped. It's probably my fault. Yeah, as you can see, I'm definitely not playing my best, but like the survivability and the damage are definitely there. Guy's running around over here. I really hope he walks around through here. Actually, you know, he could be walking down here through the dip. I don't know. I don't want to run up there though. Ow! What the?
Serious trauma detected.
Did he really climb up the ladder? Are you serious?
Rogue defender drone detected. Hostile defender drone detected.
I guess another thing, like, if you wanted to, you could change the backpack and the chest piece, run Unbreakable, but I don't know.
Agent down.
I didn't have enough time to proc my bonus armor and stuff. And then my teammate's getting beamed.
Serious
And I'm
trauma
behind cover and I
detected.
get shot.
Agent out of
Yeah, no, probably not gonna use this
Agent vital signs 0.
match. I'm playing like ass, dude.
An agent needs assistance.
Sending you a specialization supply drop.
I'm surprised I didn't down that guy.
Agent down.
There we go, he is down.
Don't have many reinforcements left.
Got him. Gotta play it up right now.
An agent needs assistance.
Very little stacks there, and I still beamed him. There we go. You know what? Maybe I will use this. Let's go get that specialization. Look at that movement speed. Look how quick I'm running.
Supply drop being claimed by friendly. The specialization supply drop is in friendly hands.
There we go. It's gonna move on. I'm gonna stop playing so stupid and play with my team.
Rogue defender drone detected. Hostile defender drone detected.
Oh, ay. Not cool, dude. Come back over here.
Halfway to the finish.
Rogue stinger
Little
hive
Kamikaze
detected.
on Doom fanboy. Little commie fanboy
Hostile
over here.
stinger hive detected.
Got him.
Agent down.
Can I get to my teammate in time?
Rogue drone detected. Hostile drone.
I got you,
detected.
I got you.
An agent needs assistance.
Another guy got down. Oh, he came out of his spawn. Down another one.
Can win.
Get the kill confirmed.
Agent down.
Oh, I couldn't get him in time.
Detected.
Oh, no lives remaining. Oh, that's bad.
There are no
Oh well. Can't win them all. That was close though. Oh, he's running system corruption. Oh, okay. That's interesting. Haven't seen people run that in a while. It is what it is though. Wow, 2,800 points. A little commie fanboy there with 200. Oh well, it wasn't that bad of a game, I guess. Right, there we go. 24 million damage. We were able to do a lot of damage. I obviously was playing really greedy and stuff like that, so I did go neutral, going 5-5. But obviously, if you're a lot smarter than me, not making all those poor plays, you can definitely play a lot better than that. You could definitely go positive. I went neutral there, but 24 million damage is certainly very good. I mean, to be fair, considering that my other teammate did have like 38 million, 43 million. You won't always be top of the pack, but these guys play a lot more PvP than I do. Look, they're rank 100, you know what I mean? I'm over here ranked 27, but I think you get the gist. The build does a lot of damage. You do have good survivability, especially with the defender drone. You get the higher expertise, you even have more survivability. You get the if I get the extra blue core on my Matador, it'll also be very strong, right? But overall, this is a really good build that I think you can take advantage of. There's a lot to gain from it. And overall, that'll be it for this video. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you later. Bye.